What happens next in Israel? Part 21. The area of the beginning of the desert of Judea can be seen near the top of the photograph below. The desert of Judea leads to the Jordan River and the mountains of Jordan, where Jews will take refuge for 1260 days while the beast demands to be worshipped. Moshiach will destroy the enemies of Israel in the valley of Jehoshaphat between the Mount of Olives and the Temple Mount. Moshiach will enter the Temple Mount through the eastern gate, also known as the Golden Gate. Moshiach will split the Mount of Olives in two parts. A fault line was discovered under the Seven Arches Hotel on the top of the Mount of Olives during the time of its construction. Its presence prohibited the Intercontinental Hotel, now called the Seven Arches Hotel, from being built on the brow of the Mount of Olives overlooking Jerusalem as originally planned. It was relocated. The fault line is near where Moshiach, Messiah, will appear. It also goes through the Mount of Olives. The Mount of Olives is waiting for him to split it in two halves. The eastern gate is also known as the Golden Gate and is shown in a map of the Old City, otherwise known as the Holy City. Moshiach will be the one who will enter this gate, though many have tried and died without entering. Afterward he brought me to the gate that faces toward the east, and behold, the glory of the God of Israel came from the way of the east. And the glory of the Lord came into the temple by the way of the gate which faces toward the east. Then he brought me back to the outer gate which faces toward the east, but it was shut. And the Lord said to me, This gate shall be shut, it shall not be opened, and no man shall enter by it, because the Lord God of Israel has entered by it. Therefore it shall be shut. Only Moshiach will enter the eastern gate. Attempts to open the gate. In the 1967 Six-Day War, some members of the Jewish military suggested catching the Jordanian defenders of the city off guard by blowing open the sealed eastern gate. But the leader of the group, an Orthodox Jew, had vehemently protested the idea, stating that the eastern gate can be opened only when the Messiah comes. In 1917, Muslim leaders in control of Jerusalem tried and failed to break the prophecy and open the gate. On the exact day the workmen were preparing to demolish the ancient stone, the hand of God intervened, and the city of Jerusalem passed out of Muslim control into the hands of the British. Why it was closed up? Jewish rabbis described the Messiah as a great military leader who would be sent by God from the east. He would enter the eastern gate and liberate the city from foreign control. To prevent this, the Muslims sealed the gate and put a Muslim cemetery in front of it, believing that a holy man would not defile himself by walking through a Muslim cemetery. Little did they know, they were fulfilling prophecy by doing this. On October 8, 2015, a chilling testimony was reported. A 15-year-old boy, Natan, experienced a clinical death event which revealed to him the Moshiach. Natan said, Many know him, but did not know he is the Moshiach. When he will be discovered, everyone will be surprised. How could many already know Moshiach? Said Rabban Yohanan ben Sakai to the temple, O temple, why do you frighten us? We know that you will end up destroyed, for it has been said, open your doors, O Lebanon, that the fire may devour your cedars. Zechariah 11:1 comes not from Talmud, Yerushalayim, track Sota, but from Yoma 6:3-33b, directly after 40 years before the destruction of the temple. The western light went out. The crimson thread remained crimson. The lot for the Lord always came up in the left hand. They would close the gates of the temple by night and get up in the morning and find them wide open. Also, from Yoma 6:3-33b. The miracle of the lot, the miracle of the red strip, the miracle of the temple doors opening by themselves, the miracle of the menorah's western light. All four of the above ominous miracles took place in the 40 years prior to the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE. Why? Here we see what has been called Herod's Temple, or the Second Temple of Israel, destroyed in 70 CE. How could many already know Moshiach? Many in Chabad thought the Rebbe of blessed memory was the Moshiach. The Rebbe was blessed, but he died, and the world is without the peace foretold of by the Nevi'im for many years. Who is he? Find out in What Happens Next in Israel, Part 22. For more information and ways that you can help us, blow the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm. You may contact us, Pathway to Heaven, by email shlomo1335@gmail.com. Ask for Shlomo. You may also like us on Facebook and comment on Twitter and Tumblr. I'm Yisrael Kai.